under the shadow of a gnarled oak tree. I penned a letter, edges worn like an old saddle seam. The ink was mixed with the dust of the trail. Words faded like my voice on the wind of the veil. The paper held the scent of rain on dry earth. Each word a whisper of what our love was worth. Echo that goodbye letter sank in the river's heart, drifted away under skies that tear old dreams apart. Sunset's fire burns cold in the lonely cowboy's night. Where once love thrived, now only twilight. The porch still creaks with memories of our laughter, and gravel roads keep the trace of our chapters. But the cabin stands empty, a shell of yesterday, where echoes of your footsteps slowly decay. The scarf you left behind flutters in the breeze, a flag of surrender to the siege of memories. Oh, that goodbye letter sank in the river's heart, drifted away under skies that tear old dreams apart. Sunset's fire burns cold in the lonely cowboy's night. Where once love thrives, now only twilight. In the silence of the plains, I feel your absence near, each star a tear in the fabric of the atmosphere. The trails grow over, the wildflowers bow their heads, nature's soft laments for the love that treads. So that goodbye letter sank, and with it my resolve, in the endless river flow where our sweet past dissolves. I ride under the fading light with a heart that can't forget. A cowboy wanders on in the twilight of regret.
In the shadow of an oak, where the soft winds used to speak, lies a field where dandelions touch the sky. We carved our names on aged wood beneath the sun's gentle peak, where echoes of our laughter will never die. Oh, how the dandelion field fades under the weight of time, saddles worn and scarves left frayed by trails of dust. Each sunset bleeds like the heart I can't reclaim, lost in the winds amidst the dreams we left in trust. the porch still creaks. It sings a tune of days when you were mine. Now empty cabins fill the gaps where Joe once lay. Gravel roads whisper stories as I walk them line by line. But your shadow dances alone just out of sway. Oh, how the dandelion field fades with every setting sun. Each petal a memory, each breeze a silent cry. I roam these lands, a ghost among the rustling leaves, chasing whispers of you in the clouds and painted skies. By the creek under the moon, where promises were sown, the water still remembers the reflection of your face. I've ridden miles through storms and through the calm, yet it's your warmth I miss in this cold and lonesome place. Oh, how the dandelion field fades, but my love remains the same. As fierce as the dust kicked up by my old steed. In every town, down every road, your memory's my guide, a hauntingly beautiful curse I'm bound to heed. So I'll meet you where the field of dandelions lays, in dreams where the past and present softly merge. Till then I'll sing to the stars, lost in their endless maze, carrying your love as my soul's sweetest dirge.
Out where the oak tree shadows lie long, on the porch of a cabin where the gravel turns to sand, there's a worn out saddle and a scarf you left behind, each thread a whisper of your hand. By the fading trails where the wildflowers dream, you danced under a sky so vast and still. In the echo of your laughter, the creek sings its old song. In that quiet town, my memory stood still. Oh, these hills recall your silhouette. Each sunset paints your face in its fiery hues. The wind still carries the softness of your voice. In this lonesome life, it's you I can't lose. Now the cabins sit empty, the doors creak alone. The dust settles where our stories were born. Rain taps on the windows like tears of the sky, on the nights too cold since you've been gone. Those trails overgrown, the fields turned to brown, where we rode through the dreams, vibrant and wild. I roam with the shadows and the ghosts of our past. Every mile without you, every sorrow compiled. Oh, these hills recall your silhouette. Each sunset paints your face in its fiery hues. The wind still carries the softness of your voice. In this lonesome life, it's you I can't lose. Sometimes a man's heart is a wide open range where memories roam far and free. But tonight by the oak tree, where your laughter still lives, I'm as trapped in your memory as a soul can ever be. So here stays my heart beneath these endless skies, moonlight dancing on the path where you once lay. Oh, these hills remember, and so do I, in the twilight of my life, where your memory stood still forever and a day.
Out where the oak tree marks the bend, under the shadow of the sunset's end, right closed her eyes in the summer's heat. Her laughter echoed bittersweet. Wooden porch creaked with tales untold of scarlet scarves and hearts of gold. The wind whispered through the grains, singing softly of our old refrains. Right closed her eyes, the world stood still, lost in the silence the evening would fill. Lone star hanging in a twilight sky, memories linger where they never die. Now the cabin's empty, the door swings free, the path overgrown, just ghosts and me. Where wildflowers dared to claim the land, her absence carved by time's own hand. Gravel roads where we once rode, now just dusty tracks, our stories erode. The saddle hangs untouched by time, in the quiet I hear our last goodbye. Right closed her eyes, the world stood still, lost in the silence the evening would fill. Lone star hanging in a twilight sky, memories linger where they never die. As the river bends, so did our fate. Under the oak tree I contemplate every whisper of the pine and spruce. They sing of rye and her truce. Right closed her eyes, no words to say. In the hues of the dusk I find my way, through the tears, through the years so right. In every sunset, right closed her eyes, her spirit's free, yet here I lie, bound forever, as Rye closed her eyes.
Shadow of the oak, where the wild river bends, stood an old house of wood, where my heart could mend. Echoes of laughter under that tin roof rain, scarves on the coat rack whisper her name. Sunset would paint us in hues bittersweet on that old porch swing,
whispered retreat. Oh, how that old house burns deep in my soul. Flames lick the memories I can't control. The wind carries ashes where love once was stirred. Under the moonlight, that old house burns. The years rode away like dust on the trail. The laughter fell quiet, the post turned frail. The oak tree once mighty now bends with regret. Saddles unmounted and tables unset. Gravel roads empty that led to the door of the house now but shadows. Love lives there no more. Oh, how that old house burns deep in my soul. Flames lick the memories I can't control. The wind carries ashes where love once was stirred. Under the moonlight, that old house burns. So here's my confession by the light of the stars. A drifter finds home wherever they are. But those flames in the distance, they haunt like a curse. In every town shadow, in every verse. Oh, how that old house burns. It's out of my reach. Taught me lessons of love that no one can teach. With each flickering ember, my lonesome heart yearns for the days now just smoke as the old house burns. Under the heavens, so vast and so stern, I carry the blaze as the old house burns.
There's an old oak by the rusted gate where we carved our names in the wood so deep. Sunset bleeds through the leaves like fate on that dusty road where our memories sleep. Whispers dance on a gentle breeze from the porch where you swayed in your summer dress, holding laughter in twilight's tease under stars that heard my heart confess. Oh, how the rusted gate burns with every harsh wind that returns. Echoes of your voice, soft and low, drifting over fields where silence grows. Now I roam with my shadow cast long, a lone rider where our love once belonged. Cabin stands empty, a hollow frame. Scarves you left fluttering like old flames. Gravel crunches underfoot, a lonesome sound where our faded trails no more are found. Raindrops raindrops touch the earth dark and slow, kissing the ground where we used to lie. Each drop of memory, a silent vow to the winds that carry your goodbye. Oh, how the rusted gate burns with every harsh wind that returns. Echoes of your voice, soft and low, drifting over fields where silence grows. Now I roam with my shadow cast long, a lone rider where our love once belonged. By the rusted gate the fire's gone dim, remembering your smile at the horizon's rim. Saddled up as daylight wanes, riding out through endless plain. Oh, how the rusted gate burns, a pyre for dreams that never return. Echoes of your voice, now a song sung by a cowboy ragged and worn. Here I roam under vast starlit skies, a lone rider where my heart still lies.
Down by the creaking of old Tucker's Gate, where the oak tree shadows lie so still and wait. Your scarf blew wild, the color of the flame. There our laughter hung, not yet touched by pain. Morning's kissed by dew, your hand clung to mine in a town too small to hold your dreams in mine. Long ride said nothing, but the wind heard it all. The silence between us as the twilight would fall, haunted by the echoes of our last goodbye. The trail's gone cold under the bleeding sky. Long ride said nothing, with my heart in your hand, leaving just shadows in this undying land. The cabin stands empty where we used to sing, dust layers thick on your silver ring. Gravel roads whisper where you danced in the rain, fading footprints, all that remain. The porch still creaks, I hear it sway and moan, a testament to days forever flown. Long ride said nothing, but the wind heard it all. The silence between us as the twilight would fall, ghosted by the echoes of our last farewell. Each sunset a story I can't bear to tell. Long ride said nothing, with my heart in your hand, leaving just shadows in this undying land. Beneath the harvest moon I ride these tracks alone, each star a memory, a past overthrown. Could it be that the wild has swallowed your grace, or does the prairie wind still whisper your face? Long ride said nothing, but the wind knows my plea across the plains where my heart still sees thee. Maybe in another life under skies less gray, the long ride will speak what I needed to say. Long ride said nothing, and nothing's what I hold, a cowboy's tale in the silence retold.
In the dusky shadow of the oak's embrace, there stands an old house on the prairie's face. Its windows blind eyes that once looked on mine, where the whispers of the past through the ivy entwine. Oh, that old house called my name in the voice of a lost love's sweet refrain. Rustling leaves and a porch of worn gray, a saddle hangs lonely where we once used to lay. Years past the door hinges learned to creak, just like my bones on this trail I see. The scarf you left still dances in the wind, a specter of silk where our memories are pinned. That old house called my name, echoing walls of a gentle smoldering flame, faded trails and a sunset that bleeds in the quiet heart where forgotten love leads. Under the vast sky my confessions lay bare to the roaming sands and the chill night air. An old guitar strums a chord so slight, harmonies lost in the coming of the night. Yes, that old house called my name, a whisper on the wind, a wild untamed flame. With each setting sun and rising moon's game, I'm bound to the land where my heart remains. So I ride these trails where the lonely winds moan, an echo of a call from a place once home. A cowboy wanders but his story's the same, haunted forever by a house that spoke his name.
By the whispers of the oak trees, where the wild rivers wend, there's a dusty gravel pathway where our summers fell behind. We danced beneath the heavens, where the stars would softly lie, but the back road closed her eyes, my love, the day we said goodbye. Oh, the scars we bear, deep as canyons wide, songs of yesteryears, in the saddle where I ride. Every sunset's bleed, every dawn's pale rise, tells the tale of the road where she closed her eyes. Gone the laughter from the porch swing, the cabin stands alone, faint the echo of the love songs we once made our very own. Our scarf tied to the old gate, now just a flag of my demise. Love's trail went cold the night the back road closed her eyes. Oh, the scars we bear, deep as canyons wide, songs of yesteryears, in the saddle where I ride. Every sunset's bleed, every dawn's pale rise, speaks the silent end of road
There's a stillness in the hollow where the creek used to flow, a quiet neath the willow where our whispers used to go. If heartaches were a river, mine would reach the prairie skies, flowing past the back road where you closed your eyes. So ride on, my weary spirit, beneath the endless western skies, past the memories and the shadows where our old love gently lies. I'll carry you in silence as the eagle softly flies along the back road eternal where you closed your eyes. Let the wind speak of the sorrow as the dust against the sun dies, forever on the back road where my heart still cries. In the shade of an ancient oak, by the river band's embrace, I first saw her wildflower eyes at the dawn of our golden days. Her laughter danced with the river's flow, under skies so vast and brave. In that old town where the roots dug deep, we swore our hearts to save. But the river band fades, like her whispers across the plains, my wandering soul wrapped in her scarf, the color of autumn rains. Each sunset spills secrets sold on gravel roads where memories wait. Oh, the river band fades. Oh, the river band fades. Years rolled like storm clouds through, the oaks now stand alone. Our cabin's hearth, once warm with dreams, lies silent, stark and bone, where once her delicate touch had bloomed. Now only shadows cast, and the paths we walked are overgrown, as if mourning our love's past. Yes, the river band fades, like her whispers across the plains. My tired heart clings to saddle worn, in the grip of winter's chains. No more her laughter echoes, just the wind's soft serenade. Oh, the river band fades. Yes, the river band fades. Under the crescent moon's watchful eye, I confess to the stars above, the hardest trails I've come to ride are those away from a lost love. But every nightfall leads me back to where old memories reside, at the river bend where I let her go, and where a part of me has died. So the river bend fades in the dusk of my heart's deep sighs, carrying dreams on the dust-strewn trails under endless open skies. Let her name be whispered by the creek where the willows weep and sway. For as long as the river bend fades, my love will never fade. Oh, the river bend fades forever. The river bend fades. They told me life's a highway with signs and lines to guide the way, but I don't trust no painted road when the wind whispers where I should go. I ride where the silence calls, sleep under stars, not concrete walls. I'm not lost, I'm just unseen by folks who dream inside routines. There's no map for me, no dotted line, no destiny. I don't need a town or name to feel the fire run through my veins. Some chase gold, some chase fame. I just chase the sound of rain on a roof that ain't nailed to a street. Yeah, there's no map for me. My boots are worn, but they still sing. With every mile I feel less cling to people who said settle down, as if freedom's something shameful now. I've loved and left, I've drunk and prayed, and I've been haunted by what I stayed. But I've never lied to the man I see, staring back from the mirror at me. There's no map for me, no promises or guarantee. You can't chart a heart like mine on paper lines or county signs. Some folks drift and some folks flee, but I was born to walk and be where the soul feels wide and the mind breathes deep. That's why there's no map for me. You think I'm running, but boy, I'm chasing the kind of peace you can't find in waiting out where the coyotes know your name. You find what's real inside the flame. There's no map for me, and I don't need your sympathy. I've made my bed in dust and grace and wore my scars like leather lace. So let me roam, don't beg me stay. My kind don't bloom, we blaze away. And if I die on some forgotten street, well hell, that's still home to me.
Out where the oak trees shadow old forgotten trails, I first saw her by the creek with her bucket pails. Silver laughter in the wind, scarf dancing free. Underneath that willow tree, she smiled at me. Her eyes like the flicker of a campfire's light, guiding my lonesome heart through the blackest night. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every sunset paints her face on the canvas sky, but it's her absence fills the plains where my memories lie. Years rolled like tumbleweeds past the porch where we stood. That old house now creaks with secrets of the wood. Satellites dusty, my boots worn thin with Rome. The trail's grown over where we once dreamed of home. Her scarf caught on a bramble, faded now and torn, whispers to the prairie grass of love forlorn. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every raindrop writes her name in the thirsty ground, but it's her silence fills the air, a haunting sound. By the lantern's pale glow on this empty cabin floor, I trace the lines of time and unlock yesteryear's door. A single teardrop mingles with the ink on this page as I write of love once vibrant, now turned sage. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, carved so deep no seasons can its mark console. And as the stars witness my heart's quiet plea, in every dusty sunset her smile's all I see. Her smile, oh her smile, carved eternally. In the shade of an ancient oak, by the river band's embrace, I first saw her wildflower eyes at the dawn of our golden days. Her laughter danced with the river's flow under skies so vast and brave. In that old town where the roots dug deep, we swore our hearts to save. But the river band fades like her whispers across the plains, my wandering soul wrapped in her scarf, the color of autumn rain. Each sunset spills secrets so on gravel roads, memories wait. Oh, the river band fades, oh, the river band fades. The years rolled like storm clouds through, the oaks now stand alone. Our cabin's hearth, once warm with dreams, lies silent, stark and bone. Where once her delicate touch had bloomed, now only shadows cast. And the paths we walked are overgrown as this morning our love's past. Yes, the river band fades like her whispers across the plains. My tired heart clings to a saddle worn in the grip of winter's chains. No more her laughter echoes, just the wind's soft serenade. Oh, the river band fades, yes, the river band fades. Under the crescent moon's watchful eye, I confess to the stars above, the hardest trails I've come to ride are those away from a lost love. But every nightfall leads me back to where old memories reside, at the river bend where I let her go and where part of me has died. So the river bend fades in the dusk of my heart's deep sighs, carrying dreams on the dust-strewn trails under endless open skies. Let her name be whispered by the creek where the willows weep and swayed. For as long as the river bend fades, my love will never fade. Oh, the river bend fades, forever the river bend fades.
oak tree wide. My heart first lived by her wildflower side. Summer breeze whispered tales in the shade. Old porch creaks where our promises lay. We carved our names in that tough ancient bark. Promised to me when day faded to dark. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, where oak leaves talk of the love we had found. The winds carry cries of the words we once said, now just ghostly whispers where our dreams are laid dead. Years have passed, the oak tree stands still, but the house lies empty, life lost its thrill. Gravel roads, once our kingdom to roam, now just pathways to a long abandoned home. Her scarf in my pocket, a faded old blue, every thread a memory of the love I once knew. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, where oak leaves talk of the love we had found. The dust swirls around where we once danced in rain. Now each drop's a tear, and each tear's a refrain. In the twilight's last gleaming, I see her clear, as if time stood still and she was still here. With my hand on the saddle, I face the west, riding trails to the sunset on this endless quest. Echoes roll down from that lonely hill's crown, memories fading like dusk into town. I'll ride these lands under stars cold and bright, chasing her shadow into the night. Echoes roll, echoes call, but she's never in sight. Down by the creek where the wild oaks grow, soft whispers of her name in the breeze that blows. Saddle worn and leather frayed on the porch of warm gray wood. That's where we laughed, oh how we could. Moonlight danced on her golden hair. In the quiet town, we were the perfect pair. Her scarf still smells like sweet prairie rain, left on the hook, never worn again. Lonely fire closed her eyes, now she's just a ghost in the skies. Stars above the wild lands bear witness with their silent cries. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red on this lonely gravel bed, where my heart lies heavy with the dust. Lonely fire, in your glow I trust. Seasons turn, the storms rolled in, washed the trails where feet had been. empty cabin echoes her laugh, faded dreams like old photographs. Oak tree shadow stretches out, reaching for me, filled with doubt. This wandering life just a lonesome ride, chasing shadows from the love that died. Lonely fire closed her eyes, now she's just a ghost in the skies. Stars above the wild lands bear witness with their silent cry. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red on this lonely gravel bed, where my heart lies heavy with the dust. Lonely fire, in your glow I trust. Under the vast and endless sky, whispers of the past, asking why. Through the winds that sweep and the rains that cleanse, her memory lives, it never ends. Lonely fire closed her eyes, now she's just a ghost in the skies. Stars above, please guide me through to the love I knew, so deep and true. Each sunset now a solemn hymn on these fading trails growing dim, where my soul walks alone yet yearns to rest with her in the west, where sunsets nest. And as the fire dies and night draws nigh, here I'll stay with my quiet sigh. Lonely fire, close my eyes, dream of her 'neath these aching skies. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the sunset bleeds through skies like a wound, where once our love under starlit tunes danced on whispers of the prairie wind. In that quiet town where my dreams had been, and the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads under twilight's bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay echoes a song of the love that strayed, as the silence screams under moon's cold sway. Darling, the dust walked away. Now the porch swings empty, the laughter gone. Old cabins, windows face the dawn alone, where we sipped on summer like it never ended. Now only raindrops come to attend. Your scarf still hangs on the cedar frame, a testament to love and its fleeting claim. And the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads where memories bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay whispers goodbye to the dreams that decay, as the stars hide away in the sky's gray fray. Darling, the dust walked away. By the creek where the willows mourn, I understand dust walked away with my sorrows in tow, across lonely plains where the cold winds blow. Every step on that path where our loved ones lay marks a chapter of past in the dusk's gentle sway, as the world turns to gold at the end of the day. Darling, forever the dust walked away. In the shade of the old oak tree by the creek where we once lay, I found a faded scarf you wore, now colors turned to gray. The wildlands whisper through the grass where our laughter used to sound. A lone cabin stands beneath the hill where our dreams were tidally bound. But now the wind sings lonesome through the sagewood, thin and dry. Moonlight dances on the gravel road where we said our last goodbye. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red, like the heart I can't reclaim, for in the dust of trails long gone, all that's left is your name. Years rode by on thundering hooves over stones that marked the miles. The town's old porch creaks underfoot, echoing the missing smiles. Your laughter's just a ghost now in the shadows that I roam. This wanderer's heart beneath white skies, forever doomed to roam. But still the wind sings lonesome through the sagewood, thin and dry. Moonlight fades on the lonely roads where we said our last goodbye. Every star a piercing reminder of the eyes that match their gleam, lost in the dust of trails long gone, buried in a dream. Sometimes late at night I swear I hear the whisper of your voice, floating across the valleys, making my weary heart rejoice. But dawn breaks harsh on hills of silence, each day reborn anew, nothing but the ache inside, memories of you. So I'll ride on with the sunset, my shadow long and lean, chasing echoes of what we were in places we've once been. Though the wind still sings through sagewood and the road stretches behind, the hardest trails are those we walk, in the memories left behind, in the dust of trails long gone, my heart forever confined.
In the shade of an old oak tree, I carved our names so wild and free, under skies too vast to claim, by the porch where the lilies came. Your scarf danced with a prairie wind in that dusty town where my dreams thinned, and the cabin stood on the weeping bend where our summer love was supposed to mend. Hollow heart, listen to the crackle of leaves, saddles and memories bound by silent thieves. Every sunset bleeds a little of your light as the shadows steal the edges of the night. Now the oak tree's grown, the name's barely seen. The porch gave way like those visions in between. Gravel roads lead to towns with no cheer, and the cabin's empty, echoing what's no longer here. Rain taps on the window like your fingers drumming soft, each droplet a reminder of what we've lost. Hollow heart, listen to the crackle of leaves, saddles and memories swept away in silent grief. Every sunset bleeds a little of your light, and I'm just a shadow lost to the night. Was it the wanderer, or the stain that tore us apart, or the quiet of a promise breaking slowly in the dark? Echoes of your laughter, they haunt the dusty trails where my hollow heart will listen as all else failed. Hollow heart, listen. Oh, how it hurt, the unspoken goodbyes in the absence of words. Every sunset steals a piece of my mind as I let go your hand into the fading light.
In the heart where dandelion fields once swayed, I recall her laughter woven deep as the creeks serenade. Beneath the note, our initials are still carved, but like whispered dreams and wind, they're slowly starved. Dusty boots beside her porch, we dance to cricket songs. Every sunset painted gold, where my heart belongs. Oh, but when that dandelion field sank low, underneath the weight of winter snow, all our yesterdays they spin and twirl, gone with the wind, leaving just the echo of a girl and a love that thin. Now the cabins stand abandoned to the ghosts. Gravel roads once tread by us now host only my remorse, the scarf she left. It's threadbare but scented still, like the rain that knew our whispers and the chill. The saddle's worn, the trails are overgrown. In this lonesome life, the winds have colder blown. Oh, but when that dandelion field sank low, underneath the weight of winter snow, all our yesterdays, they spin and twirl, gone with the wind, leaving just the echo of a girl and a love that thin. And I wander through the whispers of the past, each memory a shadow that the twilight casts, an empty sky, a heart unbound. In the silence, her absence is the only sound. So when that dandelion field sank low, beneath the stars that no longer glow, I walk alone where dreams once danced in her sweet embrace, and all that's left is the quiet space where love left a trace. Oh, and all that's left is the quiet space where love left a trace.
In a town where the oak trees whisper inside, I recall her porch where the old swing still lies. Her eyes listen like the prairie to rain, knew all my joy and cradled my pain. We traced gravel roads under skies wide and vast, but like shadows at dusk, those days they pass. Her eyes listen, but now they're on far from my star, across empty cabins where wild memories are. In the silence of the wind, her laughter I chase, through the fading trails of her vanishing grace. The saddle sits dusty, my boots worn and old, in the room where her scarf holds the cold. The seasons turned ruthless, the oaks aged in grief, each leaf a story, each fall too brief. She left with the dawn like a phantom, a ghost, leaving echoes in the heart she knew most. Her eyes listen, but now they roam far from my star, across empty cabins where wild memories are. In the whisper of the trees, her soft verses I hear, but they're just fleeting shadows. She's no longer here. So here's to the trails that we once rode side by side. Now I wander them alone with the sunset as my guide. The land stretches out like the sorrow in my chest. In the quiet of this night, I admit I'm just a guest. Her eyes listen, and oh how my soul has tried to move past the pain to the other side. But in every dusty sunset and each star above, I find the beauty and the curse of an undying love. Her eyes listen, and I'm still learning to let go in this haunting quiet, where the cold wind